Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is another graphic novel from my collection, White Trash by Gordon Rennie and Martin Emond, or Marty Emond. So for Kiwis you might know his art from like the old illicit clothing, which I don't think is running anymore, but you know, like, illicit was big for a certain generation of Kiwis. And you might also recognise Marty Emond's work from 2000 AD, and I believe a Pink song called You and Your Hand, which is like, it illegally used his artwork, his characters, and stuff. So, yeah. For a certain sector of Kiwis, you'll be aware of his art. I think I picked this up from Mighty Ape a number of years ago. I don't actually remember how I heard about it. I think it was just in like a underground comics documentary or something. But anyway, on the back joins Super Dude Dean and legendary rock and roller The King as they take their pink Cadillac into the soft white underbelly of the good old US of A. From legendary writer Gordon Rennie, so Judge Dredd, Rogue Trooper, Necronauts, and late great Martin Emond, Accident Man, Lobo, comes White Trash, a riotous rock and roll odyssey cram-packed with moronic humour, madcap violence, and glorious painted illustration. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind slice of anarchic Americana. Now, right off the bat, I will say that, like, a certain sector of, PC people will not like this graphic novel. But probably, I suppose, like a simple way of explaining it is that it's like a cross-country, cross-America journey of the King, who we see on the front, and Dean. Basically, Dean looks like Axl Rose. So it's like Elvis and Axl Rose. Anyway, take a journey across America. Now, like, the artwork in this is pretty awesome. And I will say that there's also like little sort of ads in it. So you've got like the Guy and Burgers, Bundy Bars, etc. Have to choose specific words for their Hellfire TV. So yeah, you sort of get their sort of cross-country adventure. It is gory, it is violent, it's certainly not made for kids and stuff, but yeah, like, I only just finished sort of rereading it a couple nights ago, sort of thing. But you'll find like references to songs and all that sort of stuff in it. I think if you're a Kiwi, you should definitely try to track down a copy and read it at least once in your life. I don't know if any libraries would stock it, but, you know, I think it's a pretty cool story. It kind of reminds me a bit of Preacher, but, like, without the wider story of Preacher, to a degree. Not that I read all of Preacher, but some of the art and stuff and some of the people in it kind of remind me of that sort of thing. It's really difficult to try to explain a book without giving away too much about the book. But yeah, like if you were into, say, like Sin City or like Frank Miller's 300 or The Dark Knight, maybe other Vertigo comics like The Watchmen, you might enjoy this, but like I said, it's your mileage may vary thing, and it will be very offensive to some people, and to other people it's not going to bother them that it's, it's just life. It's a comic. It's a story. There's no like wider, condemnation or whatever for people that read it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would suggest reading it at least once. I think it's pretty cool. So, like I said, you saw the images on the inside. It is really nice, glossy paper, and it is like a really nice hardcover and stuff. It was done by Titan Comics and stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked it up off Mighty Ape. I don't see it out there very frequently though, so it might be very difficult to find a copy, but if you can and you want to read it, read it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.